Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I live and work in Scotland. And today I decided I would do a couple of quick and easy cards with Botanical Layers cling stamp set. Now this is in the annual catalogue, so you can buy this stamp set. But right at the moment, you could actually have this stamp set free with a £45 purchase of other products until the end of celebration, which is next week, the 29th of February. Celebration ends and you'll no longer be able to choose any of these products free. So they added these in February, extra freebies, but these are things from the catalogues. So as I say, I thought I would demonstrate this one to you. I'm just doing hashtag simple stamping again. I think that's what I'm doing. So all I've done is I've brought out two Night of Navy card bases. So that's one sheet of Night of Navy card cut in two, and four layers of basic white. Again, that's one sheet of basic white. So, you know, with one sheet of basic white, one sheet of Night of Navy, a stamp set, possibly two stamp sets, but I'll pop that one up just now. If I pull it in, I'll show you. A stamp set and 4 inks. Now you get away with less than 4 inks here. I'm going with my favourite Night of Navy, and also added in Misty Moonlight, White, Wild Wheat and Mossy Meadow. So it's like 3 neutrals and an in colour. We'll see what happens. I may not use Wild Wheat and Misty Moonlight much, or Mossy Meadow, and I don't know. I played a bit with it yesterday with the palette, but didn't make anything. So today I'm going to make these 2 cards. That's the decision. So first of all, I'm going to make a card in portrait, and I am going to use the sentiment here. I don't know, thinking of you. Unfortunately, these cards are needed more often. So that I make sure that I leave space, that there is space for my sentiment to be seen, I'm going to pop it on first, and I'm just going to pop it about here and then work with that. I have got my stamps on block simply because I did play with this yesterday. So the biggest stamp really is this one, and then we've got that one's quite big, and then this beautiful sort of, I don't know what you would call that, but it's like it's got blossom on it as well, but I will just use it as one colour in these sleeves. So I'm going to use the biggest one and do Night of Navy with it, because this is the colour, this is the darkest colour that will show the most. So basically going to put this on my card a few times around and about. Now I'm just doing first generation stamping with this because I am going to come in with the other stamps and fill in the gaps. So that is that one. I'll pop that in the wash bin, sort of, and then I think I will come in with Mossy Meadow. I'm making it up as I go along, even though I did have a play with them. I'm doing things differently because always you just think differently on a different day, or I do rather. A new day, I think things are different for me. So we'll just see what happens. So again, it is just simple stamping. I think maybe my Mossy Meadow needs re-inked, so we'll do that after this. Now I'm not worrying about overlapping my stamps that I've already got there. Again, if you want to go back in with a particular stamp later, that's fine too. It's just play. For me, am I lucky? I have a job that's like play. And don't forget, the best offer in Celebration is joining. So don't forget about that. If you've seen, you know, if you've got enough things that you want to buy that come up to anywhere near £99, your best buy is to join and enjoy some discount on your future orders. And absolutely no penalty if you don't make any future orders. Now I've just re-inked my, what's it called? Misty Moonlight, I can remember. So it's really quite dark, so I think it's probably not required in here, I think, but I'm just going to stamp off and on. It probably gives the same effect as Night of Navy stamped off. But I brought it out, so I use it. I probably could have done the same thing with Night of Navy and got much the same shade. Do remember that if you've got a dark ink that you can stamp off with it and get that lighter shade. So it's really quite pretty, isn't it? And then I'm going to bring the fourth image in, and I'm going to use that in Wild Wheat. I'm just going to pop this, close this up just now. I do need to remember to re-ink my Mossy Meadow later. And my Misty Moonlight, I might use that a bit with my blending brushes for something, and then that'll help use that up. So in my opinion, my humble opinion, you don't really need to own Night of Navy and Misty Moonlight. You would get away with just Night of Navy and then stamp it off, and I'm sure you'd get, pardon me, do you know what I'll do, just for interest? So I'll clean this stamp off and show you, because there may be people, you know, that are watching and saying, do I really need that? So let's just put in an extra leaf in here. Now this is Night of Navy. And I'm going to stamp off and then on there beside that one. You see, it is a little bit different, but not enough different. Right. Now I just let you see between these two that it, you know, it's not huge in the grand scheme of things. Anywho, let's put this in. This is lovely foliage, and it's reminding me of something I have in my garden, but I cannot remember the name of it. Again, I think that's quite inky. I might stamp off first and just see what we get. Let's put the big one up here. Yeah, again, I think stamped off with this again because it's very inky. So do consider that when you're doing this kind of stamping. And I've always been careful to leave space for my sentiment there. Off, on. And maybe I actually could have done the third one there, just bring a bit in different direction. Off and on and on. off, on, off, and on. Maybe one more up here. I can just keep looking at it, and at the end of the day what you're trying to do is please yourself. So if you like what you see, then go with it. I think that's a bit of fun, kind of looking up through the jungle maybe. And then if you wanted, you could actually bring in a blending brush and use, you know, if you've got, like me, a very inky pad, you could give a border. Shall I do that? It wasn't in the plan. It wasn't in the plan at all. But I might just use up a little of this over inking on my Misty Moonlight. Take the burst off, and then just to darken the border a bit. And it's also doing the job of maybe taking a bit of the surplus ink off the pad. Again, using your glass mat for this is better, but because I've messed up this paper, okay, I'll just keep doing it. Now see how that gives it a different look? So again, you decide which look you prefer. Oh, and I need to stamp something on the inside of the card. I don't need to, but I would like to. So I think I'll just take this quite simple image and stamp it with the Misty Moonlight. Again, I will stamp off because it's still quite juicy. We'll just leave that just as a simple, keeping it simple. We'll stick this one up, and then I'll have a go at what I had in mind for a landscape style card. But we'll glue this together so that we've got a card. So I just thought I'd take my time and film this and just let you see. This is going straight on there, or you could trim it and put it on with a white background. Let's do that sometimes, but this time we'll just pop this straight on to the Night of Navy background, which I do like. If you're not familiar with me, you will know, you maybe not know, but Night of Navy is my very favourite Stampin' Up colour. I quite happily live in a world of Night of Navy. And if I could only have one stamp pad, that is it. Now, of course, I am blessed enough to be able to have more than one stamp set. Am I lucky? One stamp pad. Sorry, I'm just blethering. So as I say, time is running out. The clock is ticking on Celebration. Just check out or contact me, ask me if there's anything you don't know about it. So you can have free products. You can join my team. You could be part of Team Jazzle Dazzle if you're in the UK, Ireland, France, Belgium, Austria, Germany. You may join my team. You could also get together with a couple of friends, so you could have a larger order and get some more freebies, because there is extra rewards till the end of February as well. If you want to know about any of that, just give me a shout. But now I'm going to stamp a second card. I don't normally do 2 cards in a recorded video, but they're so, the ideas in my head, they're so similar, I just thought they're not really warranting a separate video. So this time I'm going to do landscape, and this is when I will bring in, this set is from the online exclusives stamp set, which you can access on my shop, which is JazzleDazzle.stampinup.net. There's there's links in the description box below to my email, to my social media, to my shop. What one am I going to do? A million thanks, isn't that fun? Where is it? Where are you? A million thanks. And then, there's speedy recovery as well. That could be quite handy. I think we'll do speedy recovery if I can find it. Here it is. Oh, Janice, come on. Doesn't want to come off. Welded itself. So these are online exclusives. What fun stamps, like a long script. And I've got some ideas which I will use, but I just thought it was good to show you celebration things before time runs out on them. Is this long enough? No, it's not. Where's my long? Oh yeah, my long guest block. Is this one? The I block. I as in the letter I, not in my vision. I'm amusing myself with my silly ideas. So this one probably, I'm going to play with my Night of Navy a bit more here. So since that's my card base, that's my excuse, isn't it? Speedy recovery. And I'm going to pop that along the bottom of this card. I just like these sentiments, they're just so handy. Now, see, I have kind of over inked that there, so let's just wipe that bit off and try again to be a bit more gentle. I tell everybody else about being gentle, and then because I'm talking, and so I'm going to try and make this straightish, but I'm not going to over worry if it's not. So I'm just popping that across there. Isn't that lovely? And as I say, I'm desperate to play with these, but I did want to play with my celebration items too, so that just to give you a bit of a chance to see if you like them. Right, so then I'm going to turn this round like that. So we're going to have foliage coming down, falling down. And again, I'm making this the predominant leaf. I think this is like a snake plant. You could bring in your blends. In fact, I might actually do that. So basically it's the card is going to be landscape and the foliage is coming down. I'm not going to bring my blends in. I'm just going to stick with simple stamping because that's what I advertised this as. Okay, so I'm missing a stamp. Where is, oh, you're here. You're here, you're here. I think I'll bring this one in, but in the green this time. Let's go with Mossy Meadow on this one. Will I not? I'm changing my mind every 5 minutes actually. No, I'm going to keep that one for Wild Wheat. And this leaf I used in the last card with Mossy Meadow. I'm going to use that again with Mossy Meadow. And coming in between with this one. So bits of my Mossy Meadow, we're just seeing bits of it or not, so I need to give it some attention anyway. There we go. And then I'm going to go back to my Night of Navy and use this one here. And I'm using it full strength this time. Well, starting off full strength, right? So full strength and pull it back. Full strength and back. So I'm building up a very tangled jungle here, but that's okay. And then I'm actually just going to take this and just stamp along the edge a bit. So I'm making the edge border darker. So I'm filling in the gaps. So instead of using my brush this time to darken the edge, I've used a stamp. So you still get the leaf impression there. If you look, you probably not see it as well through the camera, but you see it pretty well in the flesh. And then I'm just going to bring in my Wild Wheat. Now, there are these little wee like seed head stamps as well, and then you've got a wee dottage stamp, which I think I will bring in a moment, but I'm just going to bring in this Wild Wheat. You might think I'm overdoing it, and well, maybe, you know, sometimes you need to tell yourself to stop, but I'm just playing. Am I going in full strength Wild Wheat? Yeah, I might actually. And then add in second. I'm using it full strength because I've got the Night of Navy is really quite dark, so it's quite good to just challenge that Night of Navy a little bit. Is that the word? I don't know. I quite like this. It's all coming over, growing over a wall or something like that. I'll just add a bit more of this in here. And then I will just take this tiny, tiny, tiny little dottage kind of stamp. Have I got a little, where's my little wee block? It's disappeared on me. It was here earlier. Things just leave me. Oh no, I had one of the florals on it. But I'm actually thinking I'm going to use the tiny one this time. Now I have to be careful. Let's just have a wee It's really quite delightful actually. It's lovely. I don't know why I haven't had the stamps. I saw it when the annual catalogue first came out, but I don't know why I didn't get it then. I just got it this week because I got it free, of course. But it's beautiful. Oh gosh. Isn't that pretty? And then I just like, do you know what? We'll go for gold. And we'll go for a wild wheat here with the wee florally bit. It could be just... This is not the smallest one, this is the biggest one, so I will stamp off and then... Look at that! I'll do off, and then I won't do too many of this, but just a few. Somebody used to say step away to me. And that's the and then of course there's one poor little stamp that's not been out, well, two things, but there's this little blossom. I might as well show you. This is the tinier one. I think let's do this one in Night of Navy, but hide it up a bit further. Then right. The blossoms are falling off now. Enough, Janice, walk away. Right, so I've shown you every stamp, not every sentiment, but every image stamp. Now, oh, and then we've got the inside one. So this is quite a long video for me, for a recorded video, but it's been fun, hasn't it? So, which did I do? Was these? Yay. I've got this little one, this will do fine. We'll just do a wee... wee blossoms falling down. Right, enough. Right, I'll close up all the inks. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and I hope you will, well, I'm hoping that somebody will come and sign up and join my wee team. We would love to have some new people. We're a friendly wee group. So I say it's 99 pence, wouldn't that be fun? £99, but until the 29th of February you get to choose either the glass mat or an extra £30, and that's on top of the normal offer of £99, and choose £130 worth of product. That's, do you know, it'll still be the best. Actually, when I said that was going down, it's not, because it's a landscape card. Who was shouting at me? That's okay though. I'm trying not to handle it too much so I don't get the ink off my fingers, doesn't transfer onto my card. But it wouldn't be a Janice video if we didn't have an inky mess, would it? I'm just wiping the worst off on a cloth, and then and again just this one straight on the front. So These won't cost much for postage, just be basic postage cost, because there's no dimension to them and they are just simple stamping. By using wet glue, it just gives me that moment to get it where I want it to be. So there you have it, 2 simple stamping cards with our available free now Botanical Layers stamp set. If you want to know more about Celebration, get in touch with me as soon as you can and I'll fill you in. Thank you so much everyone. If you've not already subscribed, please do subscribe. Please press the bell icon to get notified when I'm coming on again. And a thumbs up and a positive comment would be a bonus too, but thank you so much. Take care. See you on the next one.